Water. Be good. Yeah, thanks. Hey, what's up, Aaron? Welcome to the post-mortem. Whoops. Thank you. Go over there. There we go. I found myself at a 24-hour diner, so like the menu of the gods right here. Did you catch any of the show, Aaron? The whole thing? Oh, cool. I hope it was not... I know it stuttered a bit. I hope it was not stuttering as much as it did last year or January. It's the same place as in January, but I tried to adjust the bit rate, but the reception there isn't great. Some stuttering, yeah. That spot is just not great for that. I should actually try to find out if they have Wi-Fi. I don't think they do, though. So... I don't think it's that old a building, though, and I don't think it had plaster walls, but I think it's in one of those, like, it's not dead zone, but it's a lower zone for cell signal, so, plus, I mean, you know, they got God knows how much audio equipment there or whatever, so, but, as long as it was, hopefully it wasn't as bad as last year. Of course, they had Streamlabs. I didn't realize this, but they made a ton of adjustments on the program. So I was trying to fix it, and like there were all these new features. I'm like, what the? I'm just trying to like stream, man. So. Oh, really? Interesting. Yeah, I don't think it was that... I don't think so. I don't think it was that old. It's a cool place, but... Yeah, I tried to drop it some, but I needed to drop it probably even further to be 100% sure. But as long as some of it came through okay with audio, it's not bad. Next time we play there, I'll adjust it even more.
It's not me. I buy them across the street.
All right, the question is, do I get French toast or do I get pancakes? I'm leaning towards the pancakes. Okay. Because they have blueberry pancakes too, but it says that their French toast is their signature French toast. So I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm thinking we're looking at some blueberry pancakes here. Is what I'm thinking. It's odd for me to be in Watertown, Massachusetts with the New Yorker diner here.
You ready to order?
I am. Could I get a short stack of blueberry pancakes, please? And I thought there was something else, but I don't remember. No, I guess that's it.
Sure.
I guess that's just that. Oh, actually, do you have like turkey bacon or something like that by chance?
No, we have regular bacon.
Yeah.
Regular sausage.
No, okay, then that's all then. Thanks. cut me?
That's great, Val.
That's funny, Aaron. No, I can imagine the Maine blueberry pancake quality. I saw driving up today. I was in Connecticut on 84 East, and they had a billboard for go to UMaine, University of Maine, for the same price as a UConn in-state student. It was like 3 exits from UConn, where of course I went to school, and I was like, damn. So they're not joking around. They want people to go to Maine. 15 acres? Oh my God, I bet that was amazing. 15 acres. Wow. But I mean, who owned, was that your family that owned it? No one knows who owned it. Whoops. 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 There we go. Yeah, that feels like a very Maine thing, it seems to me. You know, where I grew up in some semi-rural Connecticut, you had some fields like that too, but it was just not the same size. I mean, Connecticut's just not, you know, what Maine's got stuff. Hey, what's up, Burner? Hello, Nonstop. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, my own self-assessment was, I thought I sang pretty well. My trumpet playing was not great. I did not practice enough. I was too busy doing stuff, and I wasn't able to practice trumpet enough. So I thought my trumpet was shaky. I thought I sang pretty well, though. And I thought Aaron was one of the guitarists. Aaron was saying that he thought he needed to get some more practice in. It was hard to get it in. So he played fine, but for Aaron, that he can do even better than that. And Mike, who was the guy on my right, was great. I mean, Mike played real well. That's as well as I've ever heard him play. He's a good player, but I mean, he played real well. So I was happy about that. And we even sold some merch. I sold an extra large shirt, sold 2 CDs. So sold us. I lightened my however many pounds load of CDs by slight amounts. So thank you, Rudin. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I felt pretty good. I felt pretty good about the singing part of it. That's got a nice soft kind of venue feel. The acoustics are pretty good. And I mean, I'm used to playing, I played a lot of shows in these massive clubs where, they've got, I don't mean massive like large size, I mean massive in terms of noise. So you're just kind of like, you have to like sing over it. And so this is nice not to have to sing. And this is going to be the last time probably for a while that I'm going to only have a couple of other guys to sing because, we think we've got a bass player and a drummer on board. So we're going to take a couple weeks off, and then when we come back after the holidays, after the New Year, probably first weekend of January, we're probably going to put them through their paces and see how they sound. And so we may well add them back into the mix and be back up to our full capacity of 5 players, which is, I like doing those acoustic shows or semi-acoustic, but honestly, like when you get the bass and the drums in there, the songs really take off. So we'll see. But yeah, I was fairly happy, and I was glad that you guys were able to watch some of it. The last time, I actually only played 2 shows this year with them. I played one at the Lily Pad in January and one at the Lily Pad just now in December. So we got 2 shows in. But ultimately, what I would like to do is have us playing 4 or 5 shows a year, like one every 3 months or so, up with a few up in Boston and maybe one down by me in New York. So, hey, what's up, gamer? Yes, I am at the New York Diner. I'll show you guys around. See, you could tell it's a diner because you got the neon over there. You got the counter. So you got the counter over here, and then you've got the light fixtures. That's critical. You got to have the light fixtures up there, and you got plenty of New York pictures. I have to leave New York to find New York. Yeah, classic. Well, that's the thing is I'm hungry, man. You know, I mean, I got there at like, because I don't like to eat a ton before a show because of my voice. So after the show, I'm hungry, but it's like, 1 in the morning, and I know I'm not going to be getting back until God only knows when back down home today. So I was like, let's stop it. Let's see the menu. Check it out. It's backwards, it's mirrored, but you got New York Diner, right? You got your pancakes, you got your hollandaise sauce, you got your omelets up here, you got French toast over here, you got your breakfast sandwiches, more breakfast sides, you got cold sandwiches and salads. Of course, you got your desserts and appetizers on the back. I actually think that people who go to diners late at night and don't get breakfast, something wrong. You got to get breakfast. Oh, okay. It must be just mirrored for me. Okay. Yeah, open 24 hours. Yep. Yeah, there were a few diners around there that were like all closed at like 1 in the morning or some other, but they had a couple. There was also a Dunkin' Donuts, but I'm like, look, I can go to a Dunkin' Donuts anytime. How many times do I get to go to an honest-to-God diner? And they got blueberry pancakes. Right, exactly. I keep feeling like I wanted something else too, but I couldn't figure out what. I already had eggs today, so I don't think I want that.
Jade's not going to get along with another dog.
Here's the pancakes.
Thank you very much.
Grab you some silver.
Thank you.
And then, do you want some syrup?
Sure.
Table doesn't have it for some.
Thank you. It's literally just called Dunkin'. All right, here you guys go. Ready? Blueberry pancakes, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't understand how they could just make it Dunkin'. What does that mean? Dunkin'? What does that even mean? And then they got the classic, these things which you use for like in a diner, you use these for everything. You use it for ketchup, you use it for everything. I don't put a lot on because it's already blueberry with sugar, and so you don't really need a lot. This is what I mean. So here you go. This is a short stack, okay? Look at this. I mean, each of these pancakes is as large as my head, and that's a short stack. I mean, like, look, you go to Dunkin' Donuts for donuts and coffee, okay, and maybe a bagel sandwich. Maybe. Chicken fried steak. Yeah. It's good stuff.
The only thing you can do with drugs, though, is you either take it together, right? Or you take it for
Yeah.
So if you sit in the hospital for 5 to 6 hours,
And they're playing the final countdown in the kitchen. It's like the typical New York delis. The first time I went to a New York deli, actually in New York, that I could remember it. Like, I grew up, you go to deli, you get a sandwich, you get a few slices of bologna, a slice of cheese, lettuce, mayo, right? If you go into an actual honest-to-God New York deli, you got like 12 slices of bologna. Like seriously, like 12 slices of bologna, and like 3-4 slices of cheese, and then like half a head of lettuce, and I'm really not being hyperbolic. Like, there's no way to actually eat the sandwich unless you go like type of thing. It's crazy talk, man. The Palace Diner in Bidford, Maine. I have not, gamer. I assume the Palace Diner is where it's at. Like if you're a Maine person and you live in Bidford, you that's where you go. Is that the idea?
Or you stick your feet in a bowl of like ice and just keep icy.
Oh, nice.
Right now.
Well, so you got the old style New England diners, but really, the place where diners is really where it's at is in Jersey. If you want to go to an actual honest to God diner, you hit a New Jersey diner at like 2 in the morning and you are good to go. I'm talking about the diners that have the music selection, the music selection thing in your booth. You know, like you can flip it, you put in quarters, and you can flip it over and pick the song you want or whatever, like the little like table by table jukebox. Jersey diner right there.
Are we in real world right now? Is this real? You don't think I talked to Keith last night? Told him what to do? Keith? Was I with you last night and told you what to do? Yes, for Renee.
Nice, no. Oh, I'm sure that I will, gamer. I mean, A, I love Boston, and B, I have. In fact, I'm going to be up in Boston in February, for sure. I'm probably going to be up in Boston once in January. I might be coming up to audition the bass player and the drummer. Bass player and the drummer. So I'll probably come up once in January, but I'll be up in February because I've been invited to the Boscone Fantasy Conference, so I'll be presenting on a panel there. I've never been to Boscone, but I've been wanting to get onto the panels there for a while, and now I am. So I will definitely be there in February. Yeah. The thing that I find disappointing, these are pretty good pancakes actually, but I find it disappointing when you look on Google Maps or whatever, and you find a place that's got good ratings, right? And you go to it and then you're like, the hell is this? I remember my daughter and I, little Arv and I, coming back from the conference upstate once, and we were somewhere upstate New York, I don't know where. We were still like 4 hours from home, and we looked for a restaurant. We found an Indian restaurant that had 4.6 stars out of 5 or whatever. Everyone's like, oh, it was great. It was like very, very average, and it occurred to us that like someone who lives in wherever the hell we were, New York, has no idea what actual Indian food is. You know? They're just like, oh, this Indian food's great. It's better than the Indian food at the diner that doesn't exist, you know? Got to know your source. Just hit the spot. I needed some pancakes. Okay. Thanks for stopping by Nonstop. I appreciate it, man. I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully, I mean Saturday, later today for Curse of Strahd. Hopefully not. Hopefully. But thanks, dude. Good to see you, man. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, obviously I'm on late. I just wanted to do my little post-concert chat. Actually, this place is kind of interesting because you have to like step up into the diner. Like it's not just sort of flat on the ground. So it seems like it's like this little corner place, and then you step up, and then inside looks like a diner, but not necessarily on the outside. But you got your quality ceiling fan going on up there. So
I'm joking. 300 plus. No, I said 325 times 65.
kind of. Oh, good song. Kind of Arudno, except that it's like on a corner, so it's not as long. Like it's sort of like, it feels almost like half a diner, sort of, basically. It's a little unusual. What I was saying before about Jersey, most of the diners you get in Jersey, a lot of them are like, you feel like you've walked into like a Bruce Springsteen concert. Like they're 70s chrome and like the motorcycle, the Harleys outside, and like, you know, that's a Jersey diner. So, but I like diners.
Oh, I didn't have 250 into the 850.
Yeah. I remember I first started going to 24-hour places. This is also when I sort of became more like a night owl. When I was working for Conperg, which is a public interest research group, and it was the summer of '92, I believe. It was just before I went off to college. I was in college, but it was before I went off my junior year to go to UConn Stores, the main branch. And so, you would go through, and, I'm like, 20, 21, right? And actually not even. I was like 19. And, you spend a day canvassing, and you get done at like, 11 o'clock at night or whatever. And you're wired, you're hungry, you're wired, like, you want to go to bed. And, like, you're 19 and it's summer anyway. So we would go and, like, we would go and like hit a diner or like Denny's, or there's no Waffle House up by where I am, but like Denny's were up there or whatever. Have some food, and then we would go find a place. Oftentimes we would play on Trinity College, illegally probably, and we would play Ultimate Frisbee, which I used to love. And so playing like Ultimate Frisbee at like 1 a.m. I don't know whether they'd allow that now. I have a feeling now they'd just be like, security would be all over us, but But I have very fond memories of that time. It was good. It was good camaraderie. The job paid like garbage, and they really kind of took advantage of you. The Pergs take advantage of their workers, but it was good. It was something I enjoyed a lot. Just do it. But yeah, I thought about it today. I don't know. You guys probably heard the. I know Rudno, you saw the whole thing, so you saw the. You heard the Requiem, the story about the song Requiem that I played, and about my dad. And I was thinking about. I mean, like I say, my dad died in 1998, and I wrote that song probably 2000. It was when I was living in Chiswick Road in Brighton, which was the 1 year that I was teaching at BU. So it was like 2002 or early 2003 that I wrote it. So I was thinking about the fact that I wrote Requiem now 17, maybe 18 years ago. Yeah, I taught at BU. I actually lived right off of Mass Ave. So I could just get on the Green Line, and the Green Line took me all the way down to work. I used to not bother to drive. I would just commute using the Green Line every day. But so I remember, I remember writing that. And I remember him writing it with me, and it was really awesome. But 17 years ago, we wrote that song, and I was thinking about the fact 17 years ago, I was not even married yet. I was engaged, but I didn't get married until 2003, and we didn't have Little Arv until 2008, and obviously we didn't have Mini Arv until 2016. So I didn't have kids yet. I had a dog, but I didn't have anything else. And so just thinking about now, the fact that this weekend I'm going to be going to see my daughter and Annie, and my son, is going to be 3.5 already, and I was just thinking about like how things go. I'm 47, and my dad's been gone for 21 years, and that's really hard to believe that he's been gone that long. And even my mother actually has been gone 10 years this year. But wow, yeah, a decade. Wow.
How is everything over here?
Good, thanks. I'm probably going to get this wrapped up in a second, if you don't mind. So, yeah. So it's interesting how time goes. But there's good things about it too. I liked my college years. I really enjoyed my graduate school years. My high school years, no. Do not have any interest in returning to my high school years. But I enjoyed college and graduate school, but I also enjoy, I wasn't streaming at the time, there was no such thing. I get to stream now, right? That's something you couldn't do back then.
There's a box. I'll bring over the check for you.
That'd be great, thank you. Got the foam container, highly environmentally sensitive. This kid over here, this pancake, like. Yep.
And then he started going to the
Just toss it in the wood stove. What's a little plastic? Yeah, great. Yeah, some of the foam, we actually just got my dishwasher that I've had for like a decade finally gave up the ghost, and so we had to get a new dishwasher. When they delivered it, they had this very strong packing material, including the foam. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
I just pay up front, or?
Wherever you...
Okay.
I can take it right here.
And so they just paid the, and this is the other way like $7. It's all right, $7. So, they had the strong packing material, and the foam was like the really tough foam. I don't know, like it's not easy to throw that out. So I have to be like, cool, like to slice it in the middle. It's not easy.
Oh, your favorite Jim Jagger? Really?
I love your night, guys.
Thank you.
You just keep that, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. All right, I'll take you guys out to the car with me before I start driving. Foam cartons built, 2 eggs and ham. That's solid. Yeah. I had eggs this morning, or I might have had that.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yes, he was.
Okay, so I'll show you guys. See, down here. So look, you like have to step down, right, and then out, like this, out into the rain. It's also a garbage day, let me just tell you, weather-wise. Well, we're here in, this is Alston that we're in right now. And here's my car. my CRV. Bear with me one sec. Okay. There we go. The rain. It should be snow. You got that right. It should be snow. All right. Now I'm back inside. I'm going to turn on the car to at least warm it up. But I'm not going to drive it because that would be bad. That would be very, very bad. Hey, what's up, Violacious Ton? How you doing, man? It's been raining all day here. Yeah, it's raining. It literally rained all the way up from New York. Like, seriously, all the way up from New York I drove, and it was like rain the whole time. It was like higher, it was more or less at different times or whatever, but it was like crazy go nuts talk. Oh, nice, it adjusted. Yay, there we go. So now we got now we got me sort of straight up. Yeah, so this was a good, I enjoyed this concert though. I mean, I enjoyed this show. We didn't have a big turnout. Because the people that I know in Boston now are basically like, I have maybe 3 sets of friends that still live up in Boston, and most of them were away this weekend. And so the other guys, of course, my friends, are the ones that are in the band. So they kind of have to do the heavy lifting, but like, because the show started so late, they're all like, you know, Mike is 50 now, and Aaron is 41 or something, 42 maybe, and so like all of them were like, yeah, it's past my bedtime. We're just like, what? It's past your bedtime. So we only ended up with about like 9 or 10 people, but that's fine. You know, we had you guys there as well, so that was fun, and I enjoyed it. It was a nice kind of place to play. And again, because it's only the 3 of us, I like doing those shows, but there's limits to what we can do, and so this is going to be a whole different affair once we get the bass and the drum player in. But I was pretty happy with how we played. Yes, you do hear a radar detector. I'll actually turn it off for the moment since I'm not driving. Yeah. Gotta find a couple kids for the band. Well, you know, one of the people said that they counted as groupies, they said, because they'd been to 2 of our shows. In fact, the part where I said, you know, the song, and I asked the audience to figure out who actually wrote the book, like what book it was based on, and the person, whoever the person was, they were like, oh yeah, it's Lolita, and I'm like, yeah, that's right, and it's because she had been to the last show, and I'm like, what? That's some garbage. That is cheating with a capital C, ma'am. No, you can't let those cops trap you in the speed traps. That's right. That's right. Yeah, I have not, knock on wood, seen any police today up here. So I don't know. I feel like everyone's just inside. Oh, now that Dunkin' Donuts is actually closed. See? So they probably stayed open until like 1 in the morning, but they closed. So that, we need this. There were actually a ton of like ambulances and fire trucks and police cars. There must have been something that happened, some incident, because there were during the first half of our show, there must have been like 7 or 8 groups of sirens that went by the where we were playing. I was just kind of like, dude, go solve the problem, please. So I'm not talking yeah, exactly. No. She was very nice. This is one of those things where I'm just kind of like, I was like, because I was a little surprised. I didn't think it was that obvious, and I'm like, what? And then she's like, yeah, because you did this last year, and I'm like, oh, I played that song last year. Yeah, we did. Yes, we did. Food poisoning at Dunkin's again. That's why they closed. Yeah. No, I mean, I wondered about that. Like, the place where I just was, there were very few people there, too. I wonder how many people they need to keep that place viable. Like, I wonder how many customers they need to keep it viable, you know? Like, I've always wondered a little bit, like, if they have... Because there was like, when I got in there was this one couple that was eating, and there was, like, one person that came in and sat at the counter while I was there, and that was it. Like, no one else in the entire place. So I wonder how many people they actually need. The diner, not Dunkin'. The diner. But I wonder about that. Like, how much can they, you know? can they, what do they need to kind of stay viable financially? Because honestly, you know, I have to say, places like that, I've always really enjoyed going to places like that when I'm traveling, places that I probably won't ever get back to again, or because I like kind of getting a sense of the local flavor of the town, and like getting a sense of, yeah, I'm there at 1 a.m. They have regulars that come every day. Yeah, it's open 24/7. Yeah, no, I know. I'm sure it isn't always deserted. I just wondered about like what they would actually need. But I like going to these places that have kind of a local flavor and listening in for stories. It's great for storytelling. You know, it's great to be able to use that. I can use that as grist for the mill for like dialogue in a story of mine or whatever. So I like that. And I like having a story that I sort of a local place that I can go to rather than just, you know, like if I go to a place, why am I going to go to a McDonald's? You know, like why would I, when I'm traveling elsewhere, be like, yeah, let me go to a Denny's. Like if they have a local diner, I'd rather go to the local diner than the Denny's because I can eat Denny's anywhere, you know, so. Yeah, exactly, gamer, yeah, exactly. Just like where's the happening action, you know, around town, so. Oh, gosh. That's because it's 1:30 in the morning, and I'm an insane guy who's going to drive back tonight, but I have to. My wife's kind of had Mrs. Arv needs my support, and I need to get back and be able to give some help. I'll get up late tomorrow. Got a lot of grading to do. Hang out with the family. Then I stream Curse of Strahd tomorrow, which is going to be fun. And then more grading and stuff to do on Sunday. And then Monday, and then I see my daughter and Annie on Sunday. And then, what? Oh, very cute gamer. Yeah, it's cute. Different kind of support. And then Monday I have my last final. I do my last final on Monday, finish up grading, and then I basically have just a couple loose ends to tie up. And then after basically Friday, December 20th, man, Saturday the 21st through like January 6th, basically, I am freaking off duty. I am not going to write anything. I am not going to do any podcasting. I will stream because I have fun doing that. I am going to hang out with my family. I'm going to read my Eberron book that I got for pleasure, and I'm going to enjoy the hell out of it. I'm going to stream, play video games, read the Eberron book, hang with the family, and do nothing else. I'm gonna see if I can get Disney Plus so I can binge watch The Mandalorian. Like I am gonna watch some Carnival Row. I am not doing any stuff. Like no work stuff at all. I need a break. Oh, nice, Violacious. Yeah, the new Eberron 5th edition that just came out. From the Shadow of the Wayfarer, not the Wayfarers, from the Shadow of War, whatever it's called. I got it a few days ago, and I'm excited to read it. Also, I got a game that I think I told you guys about, a board game called War Against the Power Master. It's like based on the Choose Your Own Adventure game, but Choose Your Own Adventure book, but it's actually a cooperative game you can play, which is really cool. My Russ, actually, from the Our Vocalist, gave me that when he visited last 7-8 days ago, which was really cool. So I want to play that, and yeah, so it's good. Yeah, Rising from the Last War. Hey, Shadowed. What's up, boss? Nice. Yeah, we have a local burrito place, which is really good too. I mean, I don't mind Chipotle in a pinch, actually. I kind of like Chipotle. And if it's a choice between, like, I don't eat fast food. Unless you consider Chipotle fast food, which it might be sort of. That's the only thing I eat that's closest to fast food anymore. I never go to Taco Bell, Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, Chick-fil-A, any of those things. I don't go to any of that. So the closest I get to anything that's sort of like fast food is Subway, which I'll go to once in a while in a pinch. Because let me tell you, sometimes if I'm traveling out to Gen Con, for example, it's kind of a wasteland. Like, local places are not easy to find, so sometimes all you get is a Subway. And then, like Chipotle. Those are the two ones that are closest, so. I've been dog sitting for 2 weeks. Welcome back, man. I hope the dog sitting went well. Why are you disappointed? The best Chipotle burrito is clearly a brown rice, black beans, carnitas, guacamole. That's where it's at. And that'll run you $15. I mean, the problem with Chipotle and why the reason I can't eat there that much is that they're just too goddamn expensive. Like $15 for a burrito. If it's $15 for a burrito, it better like come over and give me advice on my life before eating. Like, just I don't, you know. It was exhausting, but fine. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Guacamole's so good. Yeah. I don't know what to make of that too, because it feels like they have a lot of fresh food, and I don't really know kind of like what exactly makes it so that they, because you'd think that like Taco Bell would have more problems than Chipotle would, right? And yet Taco Bell doesn't have, it feels like, nearly as much, and maybe that's partly because the stuff is super processed or something. I don't know what it is, but you know. Oh, is it fresh? I don't know. I mean, comparatively. Mucho burrito or quesada. Is shadowed, by the way. I have to tell you, I was watching today when I was doing some grading. 80% beef, 20% oat filler. It's true. Although, Taco Bell did actually, like, basically troll some people that were claiming they didn't have actual meat. Like, they showed them all the statistics to prove that they actually did have meat. Like, they went after the person on social media, which was kind of interesting. But anyway, Shadowed, while I was grading today, I had on in the background Canadian parliamentary questions because I was curious. And I have to say, now, I have seen a number of parliaments function, and so someone gets up, it's questions for prime minister. So in Great Britain, the way they do that is they're like, they rise, the speaker's like, Mr. Franklin Jones or whatever, and then they stand up and they're like, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Does the prime minister believe that blah, 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 and then someone responds, right? And what you might get is, you might get them saying like, here, but that's all you get. In Canada, someone asks a question and everyone claps. Like, I mean, all the people around them, they're like, yeah, even if it's a simple question, you'd be like, can the prime minister please advise us when the trade deal would be completed? And everyone's like, yeah, like, they clap. And so they answer the question. But the thing today, which was even more, hi, Mrs. Dunsel. The thing today, which was even funnier, was that they do that and then they also shake their hands. So like, like, yeah, blah, 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 clap, clap, clap. And then they go over and they're shaking his hand. I'm like, what are you shaking his hand? He asked the question of like, hey, can I borrow your fountain pen? Yeah, good question. Oh, well done. Like, I'm like, what is this? So it shows you that the Canadians are so friendly and so polite that they just have to like thunderous applause, like on everything. They just have to thunderous applause, just thunderous applause to everything, and also shake their hands like, good job, well done. Pat them on the back. Nice work. That's a tremendous question. You've been doing this for a while? Because let me tell you, that's some good questioning you got there. It was funny. Yeah, it's rampant politeness, exactly. Rampant politeness. Yeah, like even the Speaker of the House, like in the UK, the Speaker of the House is just like, the gentleman will have a seat. He will not argue with the Speaker. Like he's just like he like takes no crap from anybody, right? He just lays down the law. But the Speaker here like stands up. He's like, I just like to remind everybody that he's like the guy from Office Space. I'd like to remind everyone that if we could just have some decorum, and if you could listen to the question that was just asked, the answer, that would be just great. I'd really appreciate it if you all just kind of calm down. That would be like, that's literally how he's just like very like, well, yeah, if you wouldn't mind, it was very amusing to me. But the applause followed by the handshaking really cracked me up. I was just like, okay, good job. Oh, I mean, I went to a few of those town meetings myself, Arudinel. I grew up in a town, Canton, Connecticut, which was had, when I got there, about 8,000 people in it. Not that big. And, school budgets and things like that. There's some stuff that was pretty crazy. Oh gosh, man, I gotta get going here in a minute. Did I see the Cards Against Humanity Black Friday stream? I did not. All I know is that anytime Cards Against Humanity is involved, it was probably highly offensive. I actually have won a Cards Against Humanity game, and it's the only game I was ever ashamed to have won. I played it with a bunch of authors at a workshop that I was invited to some years ago called Wellspring Workshop, and I won it, and I'm like, and now I'm going to go take a shower, because I feel real dirty about that I just did. It was kind of funny. That's funny. Yeah. Oh, nice. Nice, that's awesome. Yeah, no, they're clever, don't get me wrong. But it's like one of those things, it's a game that you're like, this is great, and not to be shared with the family. Not a good idea. So, all right, guys. Well, I am gonna rise up on out of here because I got to get back down home sometime this evening. It was that's cool, gamer. But it was a great pleasure. Thank you all if you were able to check out the concert. If not, it's up there. I will upload it over to YouTube at some point when I can. But you're all lovely, wonderful people, and I love you all. And I will be there Saturday, so later today, starting sometime around 7 p.m. Eastern for the next session of Curse of Strahd, which is going to be great. That thing is popping, that campaign. And then next week, Tuesday, we've got Adventures of Middle-earth. We have at 12 noon on GOG Pen and Pixels, we have a surprise. Wait till you see what the surprise is. You will not want to miss that. And then Tuesday evening at 9 p.m., the Our Vocalists, might be a little early. It might start at like 8. I'll have to double check. But anyway, with one of my favorite sessions of the year, which is A Christmas Carol, the Our Vocalists Christmas Carol. So it's going to be awesome, and you guys should check it out because it'll be great. So, but that's going to do it for me. Thank you all so much. Much love. Thank you, Rudnell. Thank you, GamerMain. Thank you, Shadow Mage. Thank you, Nonstop from before. Thank you, Mrs. Dunsel. Thank you, Violacious Tawn. Thank you, anyone else that I missed that I didn't mention. And I will see you lovely people on the flip side. Thanks, guys. See you soon.